Tip 1. Steam eggs using a strainer. If you have 2 cracked eggs, don't rush to boil them. When boiled directly in boiling water, the egg white easily seeps through the cracks, causing the egg to deform. Instead, try steaming them using a stainless steel strainer to keep the eggs intact. First, prepare a pot of water, then place a sturdy stainless steel strainer with a strong rim over the mouth of the pot. Gently place the 2 cracked eggs on the strainer. Make sure the boiling water only touches the bottom of the strainer so that the heat rises continuously. Turn on the stove. Steam for 7 to 10 minutes, depending on how well done you. When you open the lid and remove the eggs, you will see that the surface of the eggs is still round, smooth, and not deformed as when boiled. This is an effective way to use cracked eggs and avoid waste, especially suitable when you need to keep the shape of the egg intact to make the dish look more appealing. During steaming, the eggs do not come into direct contact with the boiling water, so the whites do not leak out. The hot steam envelops the eggs, helping them cook slowly, evenly, and softly from the outside in. Tip 2. Separate egg yolks with bread. In the kitchen, we don't always have all the tools we need. When I need to separate egg yolks for making sauces or baking and don't have any tools, I often use what's readily available: a piece of bread. Use your fingers to gently press the breadcrumb 3 to 4 times so that the bread flour sticks to your fingertips. Then, touch the yolk directly with your fingers. At this point, you'll see something interesting. With just 2 fingers, the yolk immediately sticks to the bread and can be lifted easily, intact, and without breaking. If you have a plastic bottle like the one I'm using in your kitchen, the process is even simpler. Just squeeze the bottle gently to push the air out, then place the mouth of the bottle over the yolk and release your hand. The yolk is immediately sucked into the bottle, intact and unbroken. When you need to release it, just squeeze gently again to push the yolk out to the desired location. Tip tray. Making noodles from egg yolks. If you've never heard of egg yolk noodles, this will be an interesting experience worth trying. The method is very simple. First, prepare a clean and dry syringe. Gently suck the egg yolk into the syringe, trying to suck slowly to avoid air bubbles. Then, boil a pot of water to a gentle simmer, just enough to ripple the surface, not a vigorous boil, as too much heat will break the yolk strands. When the water reaches the right temperature, squeeze the syringe evenly to let the yolk flow down in thin streams directly into the pot. In just 1 to 2 minutes, the heat will solidify the yolk, forming small, bright yellow noodles that are slightly curved and very appealing. When removed, the yolk strands are soft, rich, slightly chewy, and have a distinctive aroma. They can be served with rice noodles, ramen, or added to soup to enhance richness and nutrition. Children love mini noodles because they are visually appealing and easy to eat. These egg yolk noodles are nutritious, suitable for both children and adults, and make meals tastier and more appealing. Tip 4. Fry eggs with water. First, bring a pot of water to a boil. While waiting, prepare a large spoon and coat its surface with a very thin layer of oil to prevent sticking. Crack the egg directly into the spoon. When the water is boiling, gently place the spoon into the pot, allowing the water to surround the egg without overflowing onto its surface. The hot steam and stable temperature from the water will cause the egg white to set gradually without breaking the yolk. After about 3 minutes, when the white has formed, slide the egg into the pot to poach for an additional 1 to 2 minutes for even cooking. The result is an oil-free poached egg with a soft, smooth white and a yolk that retains its natural creaminess and aroma, looking very appealing and tasting very light. This method makes use of cracked eggs, reduces oil and fat, and produces a soft, light, and very delicate egg dish that is suitable for young children, people on a diet, or those who want to change their daily egg-eating habits. Which country are you watching this video from? Please leave a comment below. It's great that we can connect with each other from all over the world. Tip 5. Check freshness with water. After spending enough time in the kitchen, I realized that eggs have a shelf life too. Some eggs need to be used immediately after purchase, while others can sit in the fridge for a week without you knowing what's inside. Cracking an egg open to check is a waste, so I always use a simple yet effective method: checking with water. Prepare 2 cups of water, then gently place each fruit into each cup. If the egg lies flat on its bottom, it is fresh. The white and yolk inside are still firm and suitable for baking, making sauces, or any egg dish. If the egg floats, don't hesitate. Gas has formed inside, meaning the egg is spoiled. It's best to discard it at this point. An old, simple tip, but one worth keeping in the kitchen, because sometimes the simplest things help us do things right. Tip 6. Crack eggs with one hand. Cracking eggs sounds simple, but when you're cooking and need to keep your other hand free for other tasks, this technique becomes very useful. Here's how to do it. Place the egg in the palm of your hand, with the rounded end facing up. Gently tap the edge of the egg against the rim of a bowl or pan to create an even crack. Once cracked, use your thumb to push the top shell up, while your index and middle fingers hold the bottom shell and gently pull it down. The white and yolk will fall neatly into the bowl without any shell sticking to them. Watch the hand movements carefully, and you'll see it's simpler than you think. It may feel a bit awkward at first, but with a few tries, you'll get the hang of it. Once you master it, the motion becomes smooth, clean, and visually appealing, just like a professional chef in a restaurant. Tip 7. Parmesan-coated boiled eggs. In the kitchen, there are dishes that seem familiar, but just one small step can completely change the flavor. First, hard-boil the eggs until fully cooked, peel them, and cut them in half. Prepare a non-stick pan, heat it gently, then sprinkle a layer of grated Parmesan cheese on the bottom of the pan. Spread it evenly so that the cheese melts into a circle, slightly larger than half an egg. When the bottom is slightly browned and light yellow, gently place the egg half in the center. The cheese to melt further and envelop the egg, creating a crispy outer shell while keeping the egg soft, creamy, and smooth inside. The finished dish looks modest, but it's very satisfying. The Parmesan layer is crispy, lightly salty, and fragrant. The egg inside is soft, smooth, and rich. A small appetizer, it can be served with salad or simply as a snack when hungry. Of the 7 tips above, which one impressed you the most? And which one will you try first? Comment from 1 to 7 to see which tip is the most popular. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends so everyone can have more interesting tips for their kitchen. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye, and see you in the next tips.